know who I am. Lisa Nash with your favourite clubbing experience, Clubavision. And this week we have another special show for you. And the reason being, for the last 26 weeks, we've been everywhere, gate crashing parties and clubs all over the UK. So we feel as the festive season is drawing near, the Slinky Clubavision Winter Ball at the Bournemouth International Centre sounded a must. We'll show you how it's done. Also, the Ministry Magazine's dance charts, and of course, an insight to Fontaine's world.
We don't need tickets because we're so hot we can get in wherever we want to.
We're in the slam!
I'm a bit sick when it comes to DJs.
Tall Paul because he's really sexy.
Slinky, good fun. Going to the beck, going to the beck, going to the beck, going to the beck.
Slinky has spread its wings for another all-nighter away from its weekly spot, the Opera House. And this time around with us as we bring you what promises to be the event of '98, the Slinky Clubavision Winter Ball. 3 rooms of eclectic beats featuring the likes of Paul van Dyk, Roger Sanchez, Adam Freeland, Lottie, John Kelly and DJ Punk Rock. It's cold outside, but hey, it's hotting up.
My name's John Kelly, the man on the telly, on a mission with Clubavision.
Promoters of Slinky at the Opera House. Normally, we've got Richard Carr here and Nick Whitbread. How you doing?
Super. My name's actually Slinky Dick for short.
The Slinky Clubavision Ball, yeah, which is
tremendously successful.
It is, isn't it? How many people?
4,500, not one more. This is the 4th all-nighter at the BIC, and we've done one at the Brighton Centre as well, and we've got 2 more coming up here before the end of the year. One on Boxing Day, got to get this in quickly, and one on New Year's Eve, and one on New Year's Eve as well.
Tell us a little bit about your history then, Richard.
I'm not a promoter, I'm a club owner, but Nick and I got together and we sort of put our heads together and we developed Slinky, and Nick's really the promoter. And in 18 months we've developed a brand, and that's what life's all about, is brands. England's a very brand-conscious country, and we've developed a brand which I think now is sort of getting up there with the top guns.
The DJs that are performing here tonight, I mean, have you covered a whole spectrum of music?
I try to cover as much music styles as possible, you know, keeping the event varied and interesting for people. And try to put on a top-class lineup as well, you know, international flavour.
Bournemouth, as we know, is a pretty conservative town.
That's not true. Bournemouth years ago, yes, I would go along with that. Bournemouth has been rated as a clubbing capital, the new clubbing capital of the United Kingdom. There is absolutely no doubt about that.
So you're going to take the Slinky brand anywhere else, say to London? You are?
Bosnia. We are going to Croatia. Yes.
Anywhere else in the UK?
Only in the south. We're doing Brighton, and we've probably got one other big venue next year as well, yes, up north somewhere. A lot more people from outside the area have come to this event than the last one. I mean, there is absolutely no doubt about that. Slinky is, you know, getting there. This is the event in the UK tonight, as said on Judge Jules.
Okay, who's your favourite DJ?
You know my favourite DJ. She's got the same name as you.
Lisa Lashes.
Lisa Lashes.
And I wonder why. Richard's personality coming out again.
Yeah, I love Lisa. Lisa and I love each other. We're going to get married.
Really?
Lisa, you're hearing this. We are going to get married one day. Lisa actually told me, she said that the only time she'd sleep with me is if I made her a resident Slinky. I said, done.
Did she really? Lisa.
End.
On the couch now we have Roger Sanchez. Okay, so how did you get into DJing then?
Well, I had a friend of mine that was a DJ, and basically we used to dance at all the parties, and I used to always see him rocking the crowd, so I was really, really into it. And then one day, we did a house party, and I guess he either had to go take a long one at the bathroom or met some girl he fancied and just said, here, why don't you take over? And,
Perfect opportunity.
you know what I mean? He just said, look, take over, and I'll be back in a while. So 2 hours later, I'm there making a total mess of everything, but I got hooked.
Since the last time we spoke, any new releases on Narcotic?
Well, we've got a brand new release called Roger Sanchez Presents Twilight, and it's a cover of Chic's I Want Your Love, which is really, really good. We've got remixes by Ian Pooley and Soul Grabber, somebody from Canada. And we've got something new coming out by Junior Sanchez called The Shape of the 80s, and that's like a really, really solidly wicked little EP.
Okay, anything going on with the S-Men as well?
Well, unfortunately, because I've been working on my album, I haven't been able to get together with the S-Men and do a proper show. Junior and I have been doing some projects together, and we're probably going to be doing some touring next year. During New Year's Eve, we're going to be getting together, and also on Boxing Day at Cream.
The album that's coming out through Strictly Rhythm.
Actually, this is the album that I'm doing through Sony.
Right.
And
Oh, right, cool.
this is like basically my first proper solo artist album, so it's been about a good 2 years in the making, but it's finally come together. The first single is going to be out early next year, I believe, towards the end of February, and it's something called Shell Toes and Sheepskins. It's kind of like an old school New York meets 1999 house music type of combination.
Any plans? What's happening for 1999? Any new residencies or anything like that?
Well, right now in New York, I've got a residency at a small place called the Spy Bar, which is really, really cool.
I've heard about this, actually.
Yeah, it's a very small venue. It's about 300 people, but the atmosphere is absolutely incredible, and everybody there is just really, really up for it. And basically, next year, I'm going to be working on my live show for my album. Hopefully, I'll be doing a proper tour towards the end of the year.
And there's some alternative sounds coming out through the label Narcosis.
That's right. Narcosis. That's going to be coming out next year. We've got some drum and bass, some hip-hop things. I've been getting together with people like Company Flow, a drum and bass producer called King Size. I'm probably going to get together with Groove Rider when I come back towards the end of this year and do some stuff. So I'm just going to put some of the iller and madder flavors on Narcosis.
Say Groove Rider, that's a bit hardcore.
Yeah, no, Groove is probably my favorite drum and bass DJ.
So how long does it take you to remix a track?
It varies. I mean, it used to take me 2 to 3 days. I really take a bit longer now, about anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. The thing for me is I like taking my time. I like really just getting it right. I'm very, very critical of myself, and now
Perfectionist.
Pretty much. I mean, right now I like to try something different with every record, and then also very conscious of who it is I remix. Let's say if I'm remixing something for Jamiroquai, I like to give the vibe of the original artist along with my interpretation of it. So it takes me a little bit longer, but as a result, I do less remixes, and I think just the quality is better.
So you're quite choosy about who you remix then?
Very much. I mean, right now...
So if Aqua said, can you remix my track, what would you say?
No offense, but no thank you.
Yo, this is DJ Punk Rock busting it up on Clubavision page.
Hello, girls.
Hello.
All right, what's your name?
Kevin.
Hi, I'm Scarlett.
Louise. Caroline.
Oh, so where'd you come from then?
Well, Weston, near Bristol.
Southampton.
We live down in Taunton.
Basingstoke.
Bristol.
Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery.
I'm Emma.
Julie.
I'm Ed.
Yeah, we're from Portsmouth. We'd just like to say a big hello to everyone from Portsmouth there.
I'm from South Africa.
Well, I live in Bournemouth anyway, and I came to the first one, and it was absolutely fantastic, so I've been to all of them ever since. And I go to Slinky every Friday as well, so...
Are you going to be staying down here as well, or are you driving back? You're not driving
back. Driving back.
Driving back.
So where'd you get the idea about coming as an angel?
My daughter.
So what brings you here tonight?
What do you think? I've got my clitoris hood pierced.
Come here last time, it was wicked.
I don't think he's got anything interesting to say. You're saying nothing and you're saying it too loud.
5th time, have to be here.
I've had an ace night and I've only just got here. Just taxi journey, sitting in a pub, blah, blah, blah. Ace.
Paul Van Dijk, Judge Jules, Seth Fontaine.
Roger Sanchez said Fontaine all the way. Nice.
All the way. Oh my God! Incredible Hulk. So you up for it right until 6 o'clock?
Straight away through, no problem at all.
All night.
So come on then, what's going to be the plan of action when you go through there?
Stomp. Strut our stuff.
Dead on the floor, pissed out of my face.
Actually, I meant to meet my girlfriend in Taunton, yeah.
I had an operation the other day, but I couldn't miss it. I'd already bought a ticket before I found out I was off an operation, so...
Okay, I'm full of shit.
It's embarrassing, it was an ingrown toenail.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Hi, we've got John Kelly here. We're sitting on what he likes to call the contraceptive couch.
Just to make sure it doesn't go down on you, that's all right.
So why did you become a DJ?
So I used to always play records in parties and,
At
family
your sisters' parties.
Sisters.
And they'd kill you if you didn't.
Yeah, and it was just a progression from there, you know. I used to own a club in 1989 called The Underground. I was one of the directors of the company that ended up in court over it when they shut us down for them.
Was this in Liverpool?
Yeah, they shut us down after 12 months because there was, they shut every club down that was had a big bass drum in the music, which was acid house music, and James Barton used to be the promoter, the promoter of Cream, like. But I've never really been a promoter, even though I've been involved. I've never considered myself a promoter.
Is DJing much more fun?
Oh, of course. There's no.
Why? Tell me why.
Well, what is fun is seeing a promoter sweat at the beginning of the night when he's waiting for the people, because they're never quite sure who's going to turn up, no matter how successful it is.
You play all over the country, you're resident at Ministry every Friday. Why are you still based in Liverpool? Because you don't really play that much up there, do you?
No, but even though now I'll actually be playing Cream once a month now, at least. I'm actually playing Cream 4 times in December. Things have changed over there now, and I've just never even entered my head to leave Liverpool.
Okay, well, since your last production, your last record was 6 in Stones, which took about, I don't know, 3 years to make. Have anything else on the horizon?
Not on the record side, but I'm really excited about my new project, which is my new mix CD called Platinum 2, which is out now.
So who did Platinum 1? You?
I think it was me and Tony DeVitt. I think done Platinum 1. Right. Or me, Tony DeVitt and Seb, it might have been. This one's, it's a double pack. It's me and the Birmingham bad boy Scott Bond.
So tell us a little bit about the CD.
Well, I think it reflects my progression as a DJ over the past year. It's my first CD in a year, and I think that's been affected by my residency in the Ministry of Sound, and also my summer Ibiza venture.
You've gained quite a lot of commitments this year, haven't you?
What, like?
Well, you got married, he's got a residency.
Yeah.
What's going on, Joe?
I mean, I'm getting serious, aren't I?
You are, aren't you?
Yeah, I've partied hard enough, so I think it's about time I've done some proper work, and took it a lot more seriously than I ever did. I didn't even consider myself a DJ till about 4 or 5 years ago. I was just playing records,
comprehend beyond all you imagine. I'm enchanted by your magic, caught in the spell and never ends. I cannot run, I will not hide, I'm holding my head tight. It's your good love releases me, submit, I dare not fight. Oh, you got me so
elbow rooms in London, and I'm surrounded by loads of testosterone and loads of balls because we're in a pool hall and Seth Fontaine's come to join us, and we're going to have a game of pool and I'm going to crush him. But a lot of DJs have told me that their first experience, their first foray into DJing stemmed from the first time they went to a house club, that it just blew them away. Was that what it was like for you?
Essentially, yes, but I was doing hip-hop, funk and reggae for years before I was resident at the WAG and the Fridge. I'm still really into the hip-hop thing, but I think when you go to a house club and see the atmosphere and people dancing on speakers and swinging from the chandeliers, you know, I don't think you can't deny the atmosphere that these clubs have got. And something does.
So do you not get that atmosphere at hip-hop clubs? Would you say?
I don't want to generalise like that.
Once you said about some of the sets that you played, a lot of people come up to you and said they was banging, they was too hard, and that's what you always thought was the way forward.
Yeah.
I mean, with your sets now, would you ever kind of mix in like hip-hop or something?
At a party I could, not so much not at the main clubs you do. I think it would go down like a lead balloon. The only way you can educate someone is by giving them a good time. It's like being at school. You know, the only lessons you actually learnt anything in were the ones that you enjoyed. So there's no point in just steaming in there and playing 4 hours of stuff they don't want to hear. You've got to do it subtly, you see. You've got to kind of blend it in.
So where are the major clubs that you play in?
All the biggies, really. Cream. I'm the new Cream resident next year, along with someone. They don't know what they're going to do yet as to what's going to be the main room. It's going to have a big shuffle room.
You did the compilation album,
yeah,
didn't you?
Yeah, I just done the album for them.
With
Paulus, Tall Paul, who's godfather to Herbie.
And you do a radio show with him, Kiss FM.
Yeah.
So when does that go over the airwaves?
Until 11 on a Saturday night. But it's really good fun, actually, the radio shows. I think the figures are up and everyone's getting into it. And the format is mayhem, mayhem and more mayhem.
Okay, a lot of people have asked why Malibu Stacy come to an end and when it's going to be started up again, if at all.
It would never start up as Malibu Stacy. It would be a next generation of something. When I finished it, I was really sad. Actually, now I've had 6 months off.
You're not missing it?
No, I'm not missing it. However, I feel the toes curling up and getting itchy feet again, and I reckon a new foray might be in order.
The Club of 98, which one would it be?
Gatecrasher has gone from strength to strength, and in London, Gallery has gone from strength to strength.
So is it a bit of a toss-up?
I imagine it would be between those two, but my own personal feeling is for 99, watch Cream.
What about Spot On Records? Are you concentrating on anything at the moment there?
I don't think we've ever concentrated on Spot On. It just happens. You know, we've been going nearly 5 years now.
So is there not that many releases
no,
throughout the label?
Well, there's been about 25 to date, so it's not that bad. But we've got a couple of big records up our sleeves. For the beginning of 99, there's 2 big records that we're getting made offers and people are getting very excited about. Hands Burn, Good Shot is one of them, and the other one's to be announced.
The label is actually run by yourself and who else?
And George Verne from Stretch and Verne.
So these 2 records, are they remixes? Are they just
one of them's a German thing that we did a mix of, and the other one's something else. Someone from England has done.
Okay.
Someone from England. That's all you get.
Night out with the lads. What kind of club would you go to?
Place in Park Royal, I know, really springs to mind. But I'm sure I've got the matches in my pocket. For me, it's more of a drink than a raving on the dance floor.
And tonight's a kind of boys' night out. Okay, so where'd you go and play football?
It's around the corner, Westbourne Grove. With Tall Paul, Alex P, the driver.
They're all the teams called? Do you have names for your team?
We've changed the name of our team. I wanted to call it Westbourne Wednesday, but some bright spark came up with Sporting Chances. But we sacked him from the team anyway. He's not with us anymore, sadly. Not going there.
Oh well, I lost. But I did enjoy it, and there's nothing like enjoying yourself, whether it's shopping, clubbing, a date with Mr. Handsome, or a night in alone with Clubavision. So stick around for a double dose of the Slinky Clubavision Winter Ball and the Ministry Magazine's dance chart. Keep it here.
Come on, Cole, check back. 50, 50, 50, 50. Get hold of Funky Divas 2.
over 40 of the funkiest females on one massive album. The best in dance and soul, swing and funk, the classic tracks, the deepest grooves. Put a little sass in your soul with Funky Divas 2.
Would you go to bed with me?
My brother's a hero. A champion. Everybody loves him. He's the reason I own a bar. Every year we have a mad race. When he reaches the boy, I start the clock. Marco against the pint. They expect. But I'm getting older, he says. One day I'll lose, he says. Don't worry, I say. You'll never lose. It takes 119.5 seconds to pour the perfect pint. Guinness. Good things come to those who wait.
Live Jazz, a fragrance, a man by Yves Saint Laurent.
Ultra Speed, Braun's fastest shaver, gives you our closest shade yet. At Braun, we thought about shaving so you could think about something else. Braun, smart thinking.
Culture Club, greatest moments. Classic pop songs, Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? Time. Karma Chameleon, Victims, and the new hit single, I Just Wanna Be Loved. The greatest hits from the most memorable band of the 80s. Culture Club, greatest moments.
Glad to see you stayed with us, and for those that have just tuned in, welcome to Clubavision. Coming up, more debauchery, more people, more fun at the Slinky Winter Clubavision Ball. But first up, you know the drill, Ministry Magazine's dance charts.
Number 10, Scott Groove's Mothership Reconnection.
Number 9, Westbound, The Roof is on Fire.
And at number 8, it's Rhythm Masters featuring Baby, I Beat It In My Soul.
At number 7, Daddy's favourite, I Feel Good Things For You.
Number 6, Inner City, Buena Vida.
Number 5 is Jill Ho, Let Me Love You.
And number 4 is Aurora and Dreaming. Yes!
Number 3, Atmosphere, Dancing Out of Space.
Number 2, BT, Godspeed.
Straight in at number 1, Marky Flood.
Hi, I'm DJ Lottie, and you're watching Clubavision.
Got the gorgeous, the sexy, the sultry, the Lottie. You've just come off the decks. Tell me about the experience.
It was rather marvellous, actually, apart from when I started dancing and the record just jumps up and down on the needle. Bournemouth, they're very open-minded, so they don't just like, you know, have a sort of set idea, set records they want to hear. And I play loads of new records and loads of quite underground records that not many people know, and they really like it. You know, they're really sort of open to new weird things I get from America and stuff, and they love it.
Earlier this year, you left one of the most respected labels, underground independent label, Hooch Tunes, and he was label manager. So, I mean, what's life been like since you've left there?
Well, I still see Jerry and Jane all the time because, you know, they're sort of my best mates. So it hasn't been actually quieter. I've managed to fill my time with loads of other things. And then I suddenly got lots of DJing offers in Singapore and Canada. So
I know it's gone massive internationally. You've done quite well.
So I just thought, right, well, I've got to do this. This is a really, opportunity of a lifetime. This is my dream come true. So, I went abroad and did all that, and I've got more gigs now, domestically, so I'm only going abroad once a month now for a few days. I've made a record, everybody, so which Tor Paul's releasing on his label in January, duty free. So it's called The Sound. I'm going to get Groove on Model to a remix, and I'm going to do another remix for the B-side. And that's what I really want to concentrate on now, really.
So is 99 going to see more producing?
Absolutely. I'm going to, in the studio every single day I can. I've just got loads of ideas I want to do, housey stuff and sort of more calmer, sort of like air, chilled out stuff. I've got loads of ideas, so that's what I'm going to buckle down and do next year. And the radio show I've got. So my friend, Caroline from Virgin, have got a night called Misdemeanors, and we've got an offshoot, a radio show, which has started on Atlantic 252 on a Saturday night, 9 till 11. And that's going to be, we're really left to our own devices with that, which is great. We don't have a playlist, we don't have to play any records other than the ones we want to. We're going to have loads of guest DJs that are our friends, really, really good DJs to do mixes for us.
And you're also a resident at the Gallery, is that still happening?
Yeah, Gallery, they discovered me. I have to thank them really for everything. Every other Friday I do.
99, what does it hold for you?
I'm going to be sort of like in a windowless studio for a lot of it, but that'll be worth it. And DJ, I've got loads of gigs, I know, and I'm going abroad loads as well, so I'm going out loads. So I'm really excited. I've never been more excited, actually.
DJ punk rock. Do you like a bit of punk rock?
No, actually I don't.
You don't? So what kind of music do you like?
Soul.
Soul, but you don't make soul music, do you?
No.
You don't play soul music?
No, when I get home I do. That's for those.
So why don't you play soul music or R&B in clubs then?
Because I like energy when I'm in the club. I like energy, like getting full on.
Who do you cite as your main musical inspirations?
Probably Africa Bambaataa.
Really?
Yeah. Him.
Any particular tracks from him?
Yeah, Planet Rock.
Planet Rock.
Yeah.
Do you like the new kind of remix version?
No.
You don't? Why not?
I like the original. I'm old school, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I want to talk to you about your album called Chicken Eye. Oh, look, got his attention now. Chicken Eye. It's a bit of a weird name.
Yeah. It has a meaning, too, but I can't tell you what it is.
Why not?
It's one of those code things that I promised my boys back home that I would never reveal. It's one of those code things between us. And when I decided to call it Chicken Eye, I thought, well, this is for the boys. Anyway, now the album I wanted to be really versatile. When I was first approached and asked to do an album, they recommended that I do a big beat, all big beats. So
who are you talking about recommended you?
when I say recommended Independiente / Sony, yeah, they wanted me to do a big beat album. And I said, no, if I'm going to reflect who I am and what I stand for, I got to do the things that really have influenced me. I like jazz, I like hip-hop, I like soul, I like big beat, I like, the whole thing. So my album, I wanted to reflect all of that in it. The titles in it, don't take them to heart. I don't hate everybody, I ain't never killed nobody's husband or nothing like that. It's just a little bit of fun to me. Even the interludes in there, the things with the Quincy and all of that stuff, the samples in there. It's just a little bit of stuff to make somebody laugh. Putting together my next album, which I'm hopefully going to release at the end of next summer, and preparing a live show.
Is that going to be the second album?
Yeah, second album, and I'm putting together a live show for all of that and everything like that.
And you toured with the Prodigy once, didn't you?
Yeah, back in June, we did the entire U.S. tour together.
How much fun?
A lot of fun. I never really got deeply into the Prodigy's music prior to that. The guys are ace.
You have over 15,000 albums, don't you?
Yeah.
Where do you store them all?
In the house. I have a house.
In your You have a house, do you?
House, big house.
That's quite
Big
interesting.
house with a sag in the middle.
Hi, I'm Paul Van Dyke and you're watching Clubavision on ITV.
What's your name?
My name's Paddy.
Marit. Marit. You're not English.
No, I'm from Norway.
Norway. So where are you from?
I'm from Enfield, Worcester.
Basingstoke.
So what brought you here in the first place?
Well, I'm going to university in Bournemouth, so I thought, get down here, party. It's the first one I've been to. I'm going to come again.
But this club was going. It was going tonight, and I thought, fuck it. Bought the three tickets.
So what brings you down here today anyway?
We come to all the big ones here at Slinky.
If you could sum up the atmosphere in one word, what would it be?
Mental.
Good DJs, good music, excellent night, wicked.
You having a good time?
Fucking excellent.
What DJs have you heard that have kind of just kicked ass?
Brandon Block was very, very good, but I've got to say Judge Jules is really, really ripping up. He's really, really good. Judge Jules. Paul Van Dyke. Paul Van Dyke's brilliant. And Judge Jules.
We're going to go and see Paul Van Dyke.
Jules. Jules is the man.
Jules, definitely.
Yeah, really.
Well, I DJ myself.
What's been the highlight of the evening so far?
Getting in. I'm an old hardcore raver, really.
Yeah, we saw you last week, Lisa.
Did you? Where were we?
Southport.
I just told this guy she likes him and she's a bit embarrassed about it.
I ain't got no numbers yet, but I'm going to be getting some soon.
I'm a drainage engineer.
If there was something they could do to improve this night, what would it be?
More men? More men here, you know, they're cool. Yeah.
What do you
We're looking.
There are some very, very, very nice men here.
Really?
Yes, definitely.
So guys, what have you come dressed up as then?
Mexicans.
They're too young.
Even though I do have a girlfriend, I like to play about.
I don't.
I'm really faithful. I love you, honey.
Quite freaky, really.
Can I just say one thing to the people out there?
You can say whatever you want.
You don't know what you're missing. This is the Dog's Balearics.
If you're not at Slinky, then see ya.
We have the man like Adam Freeland here. Carl Cox has been dubbed as saying that you are the best DJ in the world at the moment. I mean, from what experience?
DJ.
Sorry, the best new DJ.
I did a tour with him last year. I did the Fact 2 tour. He heard my first Coastal Breaks album and really liked it and called us up and said, I like it, it's good.
It's good.
And we started, you know, we ended up, he played at the launch party and we sort of became mates after that. And
So is there going to be another Coastal Breaks album?
Coastal Breaks 2, it came out this year and that obviously took things to another level. Yeah. It's going to be
a number 3?
Yeah, eventually.
I want to ask you something about that record, number 43, Steamed Rice.
Please.
Please. Oh, has it got please on the end of it? And it goes under the name of
Tsunami 1, which is Tsunami 1 is myself and Kevin Bieber, a friend of mine. It's just a bit of a laugh. I mean, the tune had all these sort of Bruce Lee kung fu samples in it.
The music that you're playing, it's a whole new style of music, and it's been said that you're taking it to a whole new generation of clubbers. Where's this kind of taking place?
Well, on a global scale, I think this year I've obviously sort of done kind of 2 laps of the world. I do a residency at Bar Rumba, a night called Friction, which is myself and Rennie Pilgrim and Ty.
You're actually involved promoting as well, aren't you?
Our own night. Yeah.
And what is it exactly that you want to play?
If you haven't heard it before, I suppose it's a fusion between. It's got the intricacies and the sounds of drum and bass, but at the same time, it's at a tempo of like house and techno. Just set up a label called Marine Parade, which is a forum whereby I can release our own music, basically. So Tsunami 1 will be going through the label.
So tell us a little bit about your slot on Kiss then.
2 till 4 every Friday night. and it's obviously something I wanted to do for a long time because it gives me a voice.
Did they approach you?
Well, I'd been speaking to them for a while. I made it clear that I'd love to do a radio show. Talking to the producer there, and yeah, a few weeks ago, called me up and said, "Look, it's going to happen." So
what do you have a desire to do?
Make good tunes, DJ around the world, and try and enlighten the masses.
Right, this is Paul Van Dyke for all of you out there that don't know him, but I'm sure you do. Okay, how would you compare the British and the German dance scene?
I wouldn't. Well, the thing is, the Germans have their sort of like scene, and you have yours, and the thing is like...
How different are they then?
Well, they are different. The thing is that the German market is much more stuffed with kind of like some sort of cheesy, trendy thingy music, which is marketed with lots of money and just pushed there. So the English market is much more open and much fresher for like cool stuff.
So who do you respect then?
A lot of people. Nick Warren, Zasha, John Digweed, Dave Seaman, Paul Oakenfold, Dave Ralph, on and on and on.
The project that you've just finished, Vorsprung Dyke Technique, how was that? Was that all right?
That was pretty good, yeah.
That was pretty good. Tell us a little bit about it, because it's your complete remix collection, isn't it? And some rare 12 inches.
Well, it's not really complete. It's sort of like quite an essential overview of what I've done from 92 till 98.
Wow.
And the thing is, the most people in England seem to know me only from 7 Ways On or even later. And I've done quite a lot of stuff before that. And that was the initial idea, to basically do that.
Okay, right, there's 3 CDs and it's like 4 hours long. How long did it take to complete it?
Well, the thing is, 1.5 years ago, we did a compilation called Perspective, which included a lot of remixes, and then the UK guys got an idea to do that too. And once we finished with all the licensing, it took 1.5 years. We actually sort of thought, well, we missed out on a lot of things which are pretty cool, and we should really put out on there too. And so we decided to do a third one. And yeah, basically it was just like, all the paperwork. It was like 1.5 years of it. And then we tried to sort of mix the stuff into each other. So the first CD, which has the more recent tracks on, which are like more club orientated, of course, they all mix together, so you can put it in and just dance through.
Yeah. But the 12 inches, I mean, you've used loads of them, and that's quite rare to use on a compilation. Why have you gone down that road?
First of all, there are quite some rarities on it. There's like the version of Flaming June, which never got proper release, like the real first edit with a real
all kind of
analog
B-sides as well.
Yeah, the analog synth sounds in it, and some other stuff which never came out properly, just on like a
Why didn't it come out? Wasn't it any good?
Well, I guess it was pretty good, but the thing is, an artist like Dana Carroll, as an example, they never would put a remix of BT and Me on a proper commercial release because it's too different, so you would scare the normal people, really.
So where else do you play when you come over here, or anywhere else in the world? Some of your favourite hotspots?
Well, I have a residency at Twilo, New York,
You do,
where I'm going every second month. Just came back from Mexico, which was beautiful. It was with Carl Cox and Dave Seaman. It was really cool. Berlin, of course, is really special to me because it's my hometown. This is where my home crowd is, and this is where it's just going off all the time, big time.
Right, tell me your ultimate DJ fantasy.
Well, it's all really reality.
Getting switched off. Surely we can go and enjoy the party too. But thank you for watching, and until we meet again, it's goodbye from me, Lisa Nash, and the Clubavision crew. Next week's show brings you Clockwork Orange from the Epic Forest Country Club, DJ Magazine's dance charts, and producers Jazz and Groove, Back to Basics at the Mint in Leeds, and of course, loads of you lot.